Get into it.
Your review, so I'm gonna react to Hollywood Rock was legendary. Alright. By Wrestling Gift.
It was SummerSlam 2002 when the main event was the past versus the future. It was The Rock versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE title.
The Rock was still young. Like he wasn't an old nigga. Like he was still young.
Although for the past 3 years, The Rock had been one of the most beloved wrestlers in history, things were changing. The people's opinion on The Rock was slowly shifting from our hero to sellout. By August of 2002, it became
Yeah, because The Rock was about to leave for Hollywood again.
clear that The Rock's first priority was now Hollywood. After the success of The Scorpion King, The Rock was getting more and more roles in Hollywood and spending less and less time in the ring, and the fans slowly began to turn on The Rock for going Hollywood. So when The Rock got his ass beat by a rookie Brock Lesnar and lost the title, there was no sympathy for The Rock. Instead, everyone cheered for his downfall. When SummerSlam '02 went off the air, The Rock actually grabbed a microphone and instantly got booed by the live crowd. All he wanted to do was cut a nice promo for all the people in attendance, but the audience didn't want any of that. So he grabs the mic and just says, "As of now, Sing Along with The Rock is over." And The Rock just disappeared back to Hollywood.
He got a smug look on his face too.
Even though The Rock was going to be gone for months on end, even though he's going to be gone for the rest of the year, a good 6 months, the seeds were planted for a Rock heel turn. It was a heel turn that was much needed, but nobody, and I mean nobody, was expecting the 2003 Rock heel turn to be anything like how it ended up being. In January of '03, Vince McMahon was in his blood feud with Hulk Hogan, and he announced that he is bringing back a special someone to beat Hogan's ass for him. And he announces it's The Rock. The first time we're gonna see The Rock in 6 months, and when we see him, he looks totally different. Now he had the bald fade going on, the sunglasses were back, and he instantly was just
Hey, before he even had his new tattoo, bro.
acting so damn extra. The fans hated The Rock because he went to Hollywood, because they thought The Rock was a sellout and that he was going to become a typical Hollywood douchebag, and that's exactly what the Hollywood Rock character became. For weeks, he wouldn't even appear in person. He would just be there via satellite, and one night, Hogan was in the ring and he was cutting his promo, and The Rock just appears on the screen while eating an apple, and I was like, "Oh, Hogan, just keep going, just keep going. The Rock just wanted to watch. I just want to listen." So The Rock is there watching Hogan cut his promo in the ring, and even though The Rock was there live via satellite, he still just owned Hogan. And that was the thing. In 2003, once The Rock went Hollywood, he owned everyone and everything, every wrestler, every announcer, every crowd. In '03, The Rock just ran the show. So Hogan is trying to cut this promo, right? And The Rock just keeps cutting in and just making a mess. Hogan is ranting, he's being super serious, he's trying to sell the match, and The Rock just starts yawning. So Hogan gets more amped up and he's trying to cut a typical 80s Hogan promo, and The Rock just cuts in and say, "Yeah, Hogan, it's getting kind of late. Can you just skip to the part where you go, 'Let me tell you something, brother'? The part where you rip your shirt, woohoo." The Rock wants to go home. And Hogan is still trying. He's doing his best to make this a serious promo, sell the match and No Way Out. And The Rock is just making it an absolute mockery, talking about how he has to go eat tofu and he wants to go eat his wife's pie. And yeah, even though
Damn, The Rock was violating.
he wasn't even in the building, he made Hulk Hogan look like a bozo. And once The Rock was back
Made him look like a real bozo.
in person, he was as Hollywood as ever. His promos would be legendary. He would just come out and for 10 minutes just own the crowd. He was walking around with this swagger like he truly did not give a
He was walking with the black vest, black leather pants, with the glasses and all that shit. My son was looking fly. I ain't gonna lie.
fuck. And the best part was, he didn't. He was a Hollywood star now. This was just his side gig, so he would just pull up and do whatever he wanted, act a damn fool, and it was comedic gold. When he finally did appear in person, he was cutting a promo in the ring on SmackDown, and oh wait, sorry, we forgot. The Rock is a big-time Hollywood star now. He's a busy guy. He has to take a phone call from his agent in the middle of the ring, in the middle of the episode of SmackDown. So he's just casually having a conversation on the phone while the crowd's just waiting for him to be done any second now. So then he hangs up and he's fine. He's back to normal. But then he gets a call from his wife, so he takes a second phone call in the middle of his promo. He was just in his bag. In one promo, 1 minute the crowd would love him like he's 99 Rock, the next minute they would hate him and boo him out of the building, and then the third minute they were just in awe and cheering because they realize he's just so elite at what he does. This man literally cut a promo on SmackDown where he basically asked the crowd if he should turn heel.
One last time, do you want to boo The Rock?
Every week he just had the crowd in the palm of his hands, and it was just remarkable. I remember he had an in-ring promo with Hogan, and does he go there and go face to face with Hogan like he used to? Is he gonna be, you know, Rocky, be all macho and just be the man? Nope, he's gonna spit in Hogan's face and run away like a little kid. So at No Way Out 2003, it was the first Hollywood Rock match, and it was also the first time ever we got probably my favorite wrestling entrance of all time. The 2-minute intro that builds up, the ambient music, the killer instrumental that kicks in with the guitar, the lights are dim and then they start flashing, and The Rock finally walks out just looking like the biggest deal we have ever seen in wrestling. The swagger, the confidence, ladies and gentlemen, Hollywood Rock was just legendary. And the best part was, he would just get even better and more entertaining once he was in the ring. Once he actually had a match, he would just be so extra and so annoying yet so awesome. He'd be doing the most extra movements, putting on Hogan's bandana, acting like he is Hogan, doing his taunts. He would do like the most simple move, like a Samoan drop, and then start clapping because he was so impressed with himself. And of course, his facial expressions were better than ever. It was just so damn entertaining, and I don't think anyone will ever forget the iconic Rock promo in Toronto, where after getting booed by Toronto at WrestleMania 18, he comes back a year later after beating Hogan for the second time and just destroys the crowd and gets his revenge, and many consider this one of the greatest heel promos of all time. And what was really special about this run was, at this point, The Rock was so secure with his position, he was so confident, and he knew that he was the biggest deal around. He wasn't afraid to joke around and put over other people. Yo, during this time, he would have the iconic promos with the Hurricane of all people, with the Hamburglar, he would have the promos with Christian, and he would go out in the ring and put over Booker T. But without a doubt, the most genius invention during The Rock's Hollywood run has to be the Rock concert. This man was so talented, so funny, so at the peak of his powers that not only once, but twice in back-to-back months, the main event of Raw was The Rock sitting in the ring, singing and playing the guitar, holding his very own Rock concert. There will never
Lillian Garcia.
ever be another Rock. The Rock concerts, the promos, the matches, his demeanor, his swagger, Hollywood Rock was just untouchable. And even though he was just his persona for 3 or 4 months, just 4 months of him being the character, he cemented it as legendary. He went to Mania, he put on Austin's vest, acted a damn fool, but he got his win against Austin. Then he had a match with Goldberg that was 10 minutes, put him over and left. And yeah, in 3 months, he became one of the best characters we'd ever seen, and then he was gone. But that's what made it even more awesome. In just 3 months, he took all the fans that hated him.
This is show model time, bro. It's crazy.
The ones that said he sold out and that Rocky sucks, and in just 4 months he became so elite that they were begging him to stay. This will forever be my favorite version of The Rock. It was my first introduction to The Rock. When I first started watching wrestling in late 03 and early 04, I had shows on VHS because of my cousins, and this is how I got introduced to The Rock. And of course, the most important detail was, this was The Rock that was in Here Comes the Pain. This was The Rock that was in the greatest wrestling game of all time, and it's synonymous. When I think of Hollywood Rock, I think of Here Comes the Pain. I think of that long-ass Hollywood entrance that I would never skip and watch every single time I played the game. I remember how badass he was in the game. His character was just so fun to play with, the special animations and everything. The clapping, the point to the head. He wrestled in the game just like how he did in real life when he was Hollywood Rock, as a douchebag. And it was awesome. Now, at the end of the day, it is so impressive how in just 4 months, The Rock made this character so iconic and so memorable. It's something that lives on in wrestling forever. And even though he only wrestled like, what, 5 or 6 matches, the promos he cut, the interactions that he had, the crowds that he owned, everything, just his aura, Hollywood Rock will forever just be legendary. And yeah, in my opinion, even though it was such a short time and it was towards the tail end of his career, this was the peak of The Rock. This was him at his best. This was when he could control the audience so much because he learned everything from 99, 2000, and 01. This was when he was at his best. And I wish it was longer, but man, it was just different. What a time it was to be alive. In the comments down below, let me know if you have any memories of playing Here Comes the Pain and being Hollywood Rock, or let me know what is your favorite Hollywood Rock moment. Let me know down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go check out some classic Hollywood rock.
Okay, that's the video. So yeah, bro, like, I like Here Comes the Pain, bro. The video game, like, that was a fire game, bro. You could do mad shit on that game, bro. Like, you go outside, beat each other up, and all that shit, bro. I remember that game, bro. And Hollywood Rock, what's that? The Hollywood Rock was the fucking. I like the music. I like the Hollywood music shit. And I like the rock concert and shit. It was fire. He was entertaining, bro, for sure. For a fact, that's a fact. The Rock was entertaining when he was that Hollywood, playing that Hollywood gimmick shit, bro. So yeah, bro, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. So you're just checking out you are.